going? So today we're going to talk about materials for framing. As my girlfriend and I started planning the design of the frame for our first piece, which is this nice drawing of St. Paul's Cathedral with a few splashes of color, one of the things she said was she's not going to be able to determine which colors and all she wants for the mats without actually being able to see them. And so this, for a minute, caused me to stop and think. I'm like, how are you going to be able to see them? We can design them electronically and, Google Slides or whatever, and get the right colors schemes and the widths of the individual layers of matting and all that. We could work all that out. She's like, no, I need to see and touch the materials. And I was like, so it never struck me, because I'm a IT person. I've always, as I bought all my tools through Amazon, I just assumed I would buy all the mats online as well. It never struck me to actually look and feel and touch the materials. And so at first I was resistant, because she suggested we go to a local hobby shop or craft shop, which our local one is Michael's. And I had only ever gone into a Michael's when one of my kids had a craft project for school or whatever, and it was always, oh Lord, let's run in and get what we need to do and get out, because us manly men don't go and hang out in craft stores, right? But the more I thought about it, the more I understood what she meant about needing to touch and see the materials, and so I actually have reconsidered, and I've got a day off today, so I'm going to go up there and scope it out and see what we have. So y'all are all welcome to come along. We're going to do a little bit of an in-store thing if they'll let us. Hopefully they won't make me shut down, but I'll do some recording there and see how it goes. But so we're going to take a little excursion to Michael's and explore the materials. What we'll be mainly looking at is frame stock, different types of mats, as well as plexiglass versus glass, front covers. And so we're going to go do that, and then see what we think. So hey, come along. All right, so we made it to Michael's. People look at you funny around here if you walk around talking into a phone. So this is probably why I'm not a daily vlogger, but we'll go on in and see what we can see, right? Okay. Okay, I'm lost already. There's nobody in here but women. So here's a whole bunch of pre-made frames. Acrylic front. Pretty done. How much are they? Not much. Assuming you have the right size. $30 for a university frame with no matting. Basic bitch frames. So they'll do custom framing for you. They have a standard frame package with 135 options for $80. Standard frame with UV protective glass, one mat, $80. Deluxe frame, 145 options, deluxe level frame, UV protected anti-reflect glass, 2 mats, $129. So basically, it's $50 per mat. Premium frame, premium level frame, best quality. The glass, 3 mats, $199. Starting at, notice all those are starting at. So small pre-cut mats. Foam board. So the mats. So it looks like it's a 3 by 24 by 36. These are 24 by 36 mats. Looks like we just have the 5 colors. I am going to ask though, just to make sure. I'm going to stop the recording because I don't want to get her on camera and look too suspicious. So I just got out of Michael's. So here's the deal with them. I think they probably used to sell a variety of mats and framing supplies, but I think they figured out that they make a lot more money by actually doing the framing themselves, custom framing. So basically what I saw in there was 3 options for custom framing. The first had like 135 different options for a piece of art with their standard frame with 1 custom mat, starting at $79. That's starting at $79. I'm sure based on the size, based on the frame you select, based on any special cuts to the mats, whatever, it'll go up quickly from there. Now, the medium range one was their standard, not their basic frame, but their standard frame and 2 mats with 145 different options, starting at $129. $129 for 2 mats. Oh, all these have glass as well, the glass front. So that was $129 starting at, I'm sure it will go up very quickly from there. And the premium one was a premium frame, 3 mats, that starts at $199 with 145 options, which I'm sure each option has a cost to it. So they don't sell any frame stock. I didn't see any plexiglass or glass for sale. And they had 5 colors of uncut mat. They had a navy blue, a dark red, a black, and a white. And I forget what the other one was. I'll put a little video of what I saw here in just a minute. But yeah, basically Michael's is out of the we're going to help you learn or work on framing into the we're going to frame it for you and make a premium amount. So it looked like it was Aaron Brothers is the company that they partnered with to come in to bring in custom framers to do the work for you. So bottom line is I need to find a framing supply shop if I want to be able to put hands on materials. So that's where we're headed next. I'm going to head back to the house and do a little research and see what I can find if anybody provides that kind of stuff anymore. All right? Good times. All right, so as you can see from my adventure at Michael's, we didn't have a lot of luck there. I did have to go by Walmart for something else, so I went by there and just looked to see what options were, and they only have the basic, cheapest, most standard frames, made in China kind of stuff that you can possibly get, so there's nothing there. So I came home and I did a Google search looking for any framing suppliers anywhere near me, and the only ones that came up close were Michael's, Joann's, and then I went to their website and did a little investigating. And they are following suit with Michaels, realizing that the real money to be made is in the custom framing, not the sales of the materials. So they don't sell the materials anymore. And sorry, ignore the man behind the curtain. So they don't sell the materials anymore because it's not as lucrative as the custom framing. Why sell the cow when you can just sell the milk and keep the cow, basically, kind of thing. And there was one other place that popped up that was a custom framing shop, and they don't want to sell you mats either. They want to sell you a custom frame because they're making money doing the custom work for you. So there are no frame suppliers local to me, so I did a Google search looking for places or wholesalers looking for the best price for things, and I found some great online stuff. So a large selection of molding, but what prompted this whole adventure was that my girlfriend wanted to be able to look, touch, and feel the matting to make the decision. I think we'll be able to get by with the molding online. The samples are a little pricey. They're like $7 per sample. But I did get a sample box of mats, 25 different colored mats of a very common brand name mat for $15. So $15, I got a big basically color wheel of mats. You can actually take a look at it right up here, and this is what it looks like, and I'll have that delivered, and then we can make determinations and future determinations of matting for the pictures. So I did a little more research on pricing. Wasn't really happy with the shipping of this place. The shipping was half the cost of the item I purchased. Maybe that won't be so painful when I'm buying larger quantities of things, but this one little sample thing was annoyingly expensive. So cost me a total of $24 to get the sample thing here. $16 for the sample, $8 something for the shipping. All right, whatever. Now, because they're a wholesaler, they want to sell quantities. They don't want to sell onesie-twosies. So I looked at the mats. The mats are nice. I think they are... you can get 32 by 40 sheets sent to you. I believe they were $9 a sheet with a minimum of 9 sheets of any variation of color. So, you know, you can get 5 sheets of white, stock up on that, and then whatever other colors you want. Or if you have several projects in mind, you can get all the mats for them, and you'll have leftovers. Bottom line is you'll end up with a stock supply of mat boarding. Whatever, that's fine. But so I've got a lot of projects lined up, so I can get various colors and all that stuff. So, but you know, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the fact that everybody knows custom framing is where the money is to be made. So it also means that's where the money is to be saved from doing it yourself. That's why we're doing it ourselves. That's where we're at. We're trying to get our hands on materials. We're doing our planning. The next video we're going to have is basically a math lesson on how to measure and cut the matting and the molding and all that stuff. We'll do that prior to actually cutting anything. I do subscribe to the measure twice, cut once philosophy, so we'll be there doing that, and that'll be next is how to measure and cut, how to measure before you cut your mats. So that'll be next. All right, welcome back, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you shortly with some actual work being done. All right, take it easy.